Warren County. Today I would like to talk about data centers. So this is a very hot topic in local politics, and the reason is because they're building them all over Virginia. And one of the things that people have learned in their experience with this phenomenon is that the companies who are building them and the public figures who are supporting them are often aren't really fully open with the public. And so we have phenomena like companies coming in and insisting that localities sign NDAs about what kind of work that they're doing, and then the public officials work to bring things to the next step, and then the public is forced to deal with a deal or an effort that's been months in the works, but it's all behind closed doors. And we know from public comments that Amazon, AWS, Amazon Web Services, has come to Warren County and tried to put our own officials under an NDA. And this is at least my understanding of public comments from one of the recent public hearings. So locally, both the town and the county have been considering changes to their local ordinance. And there's this argument out there that in order to ban data centers, really, the best way is to restrict the code so that you can create parameters that make sure that data centers and anything like data centers wouldn't be able to exist, or at least data centers the way we've been experiencing them in recent memory. Or there's the question of whether you can outright ban them, and then people, lots of them without any legal training, will come along and say, you can't ban a data center, we've got the Dillon rule, etc., etc. And I thought that this was an important enough question that I put pen to paper and published my thoughts in the Royal Examiner. You can pass a data center, and I think that it's possible that it would get challenged. It's possible that litigation could happen, but that's always a possibility. As I pointed out in my comments to the town, we run a litigation risk just by putting the people we elect into the positions that they're in. I don't know if I have to recall a lawsuit that occurred against the town because one of the public officials was allegedly making inappropriate comments to one of the employees. And so you can't escape litigation risk. And of course, there exists the possibility that some company out there is going to mount some legal challenge to whatever a locality wants to do. I mean, you can never say that that's not a possibility, but what you can say is whether the town is acting in a way that is likely to succeed in litigation, and I think so. But one thing that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is the practicalities of the situation. So you're a data center company, or you're a developer that wants to attract data centers, and you have some money that you can invest in a site. You're scanning your possibilities. Well, one of the things you're going to look at is the local laws and the local ordinances. If you have 5 different possibilities of different sites, you're going to look at the local ordinances, and in Warren County Front Royal, you're going to see, they've passed a moratorium on even considering any applications for data centers, and right now they're working on an ordinance to ban them altogether. And so we get our application started, and then halfway through the processing of our application, it's illegal in that locality. Meanwhile, we have 4 other sites where it's allowable under the local ordinances. So why would a company choose to go into a locality where they have to engage in litigation that might not work out and may delay whatever they're trying to do for another 2 years? So the practical concerns is something that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, but I think that they're determinative in a lot of situations. I mean, all of this is speculative, except that we know that that AWS has at least made a good go at it in Warren County, and that was a few years ago. Again, based on public comments. Another thing that I can say is that I've taken a public stand against this. I've spoken at the town planning commission meeting, or excuse me, at the town council meeting. I spoke at the county planning commission meeting, and I've also published an article against data centers in the Royal Examiner. My opponent can't say anything along those lines, and as far as I can tell, at least some of his supporters are generally supportive of data centers, and I think, I don't know, maybe he has more of a difficult political line to walk, but I can say that I'm against data centers. They don't work for Warren County. Have a good day.